This is Airgunners. These people run air guns, period. RMAC 2023, super excited. Don't know what I'm about to get myself into, but when I get there, it is a big deal. This is an international tournament, people. What's up, guys? We're here in Utah at RMAC 2023, RMAC Rocky Mountain Airgunner Challenge. This is kind of like a sequel to my debut to the airgun world because I went on the Airgunner Challenge show for the Outdoors channel. And you know, I did pretty good. I can't tell you exactly what the results were because the show hasn't aired yet, but I did good enough to where Hassan brought me out to shoot in RMAC 2023. And this is a big deal. This is an international tournament, guys. We have people from South Africa, Sweden, all over the world, the best of the best coming to compete and shoot air guns. So I'm excited, I'm nervous, but I'm more excited because there's a lot of cash on the line. We'll get to that later. But I'm here right now to check in with the operations manager of Hassan, Cecil Bays. He's the man that had all the faith in me from the very beginning. So let's check in with Cecil. Cecil!
Hey,
what's going on, man? Good to see you again, man.
Good to see you. Glad
Look
you
at you. I'm glad to. Like, of course, you over here playing with all your Hassan toys.
You gotta check out the branding and everything. You know, I mean,
and I see you had your hand on my favorite right there. Oh, there's the baby. The Factor BP. Factor BP Bullpup. So this is a Bullpup air gun shooting 30 cal pellets, right?
This one's a 30 cal. It's also available in 35, but we'll be shooting 30 cal this weekend at the RMAC.
Yeah, let me tell you, this air gun is lights out. I'm telling you right now, this thing is well, air guns in general are so much more accurate than people give them credit for, and I learned that on the challenge. But when I tell you this one, I put in a lot of work on the range with this, lights out. This is the target that I'm gonna be shooting in the Benchrest challenge. So right here, these targets look huge, you know, like the size of my hand from 3 feet away, but at 100 yards, it's probably gonna look like this. But this can hit it. This can hit it.
Oh, yes.
This can hit it.
Well, and you're sitting there, you see that little X right there?
That's what I'm going. That's what I'm going for. So to get the X, you have to actually hit inside the circle that the X is in, or the outer circle too.
Okay, so if you hit the center ring there, you get a 10. It's 10 points for that target. Okay. If you obliterate the X, if the X is totally gone, that's considered an X. And what they use is that X is as like a tiebreaker.
Because I saw that in the scoring, they'll show how many X's a person got.
Exactly. So everybody could shoot a 250, a perfect target.
But if somebody has more X's,
yeah, they win.
We're going for the X's. We're going for the X's.
For the X's. You know, like Justin said in a video the other day, you know, they say, well, when I'm in the paint here, I'm good. That 8 ring there, no. Nope. you need to be right there. Right. That's where you need to be because, like I said, you're shooting against the best shooters in the world. Right, right. The RMAC is a world-class event. You know, it's ran with world-class people. I mean, Utah puts on a great show, and we're really happy to be here to support it. And you know, you're here to win it. I am here to win, man. Look, it's 20K top prize, right, for this? 20K for the 100-yard Benchrest in the pro. Yeah. He put me in the pro, guys. I'm honored. I'm really honored to be put in the pro because there's the pro and then there's the sportsman. Sportsman is like for people who maybe are more casual shooters or just don't want to get into the pro stuff. But I'm here for it, so let's go. All right, so we touched down RMAC 2023. Super excited. Don't know what I'm about to get myself into, but when I get there, it is a big deal. This is an international tournament, people. People are coming from all over the world. I had no idea because on the Airgunner Challenge, you know, you're isolated there, and none of us were air gunners. You know, this whole season that I was a part of was real gun people. I use that term loosely. Gun people coming into the world of air guns. This is
air gunners. These people run air guns, period. I just noticed there are so many different styles of rigs there. People have all these different setups, small ones, big ones, I mean, extra, extra large ones. I mean, it's unbelievable the different, you know, size, scale, and setup of all these different air guns. So I'm intrigued because I'm like, what does this one do that that one doesn't do? What does that one do that this one doesn't do? But I had to throw all that out of the window and just really focus on the guns that I was gonna be running, and I was excited because I'm there to mainly focus on the 100-yard bench rest. So we said it just got real when I got this badge. No, it got real when they said come shoot on the benches and there are no benches. That's when it got real, because that made me realize that even the pros are out here trying to make sure their guns are right, they're right, because everybody's trying to win. So, with that being said, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for everyone to leave so I can be out here alone to zero my rifle, because I don't want anybody to see. All right, so one of the important things about the sight-in day was obviously getting your gun sighted in. Well, I had my own set of problems that day because my actual guns that are on these tables behind me actually didn't make it. They got lost in the mail somewhere. So I ended up having to share guns with Cecil from Hatsan. He had a souped up Factor BP, which I thought that was pretty cool because, I mean, mine is cool, but his was cooler. So I enjoyed shooting his, and then we also shared his pile driver. And I mean, man, look, when I tell you that I was a little shook about that at first, but then when I realized how his guns were set up, I was like, I think I'll be all right. I was literally on the outer edge of the target next to it, and I hit 9.
Yeah, that's something you're gonna have to keep an eye on. All right, my thoughts on John's chances. I think he's gonna do really well. I've been watching him, been coaching him. You know, we got his gun all set up this morning. He's coachable. If I can get him, if he does everything I told him to do, he's gonna do really well. Right now in this practice round, he just smoked 2 10 rings, so I'm thinking he's gonna be able to get it.
So just finished sighting in the Hatsan Factor BP that I'm shooting for the 100-yard bench rest, the marksmanship challenge, the speed challenge, and I still have to sight in the pile driver, the Hatsan pile driver for the big bore slug challenge, which they told me I'm gonna be shooting targets on the side of the mountain. That's gonna be really fun. But you know, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Justin helped me get my dopes for 50 yards and 100 yards, which is gonna help me in both of the challenges. And I was able to really use Kentucky windage and use the mil spec or whatever on the optics to get the rounds to go where I wanted them to go. Okay, that's it. Get the rounds to go where you want them to go under any conditions, wind, rain, whatever. So I'm feeling pretty good, but I mean, it's intimidating nonetheless. They got people out here with amazing rigs, all these different gyroscopes, and what is that thing called? A kaleidoscope or the kestrel? The kestrel, that sounds like something that has to do with cholesterol, but it doesn't. So yeah, these people out here, and they take it seriously. It's science behind these guns. But at the end of the day, we're all shooters. I'm a shooter, and I think I'm a pretty good shooter. So yeah, let's go have some fun.
RMAC 2023 is going down right now. Let's go.
Now, normally I would be excited to do the speed competition, but unfortunately, the Hatsan Factor BP, while accurate as all get out, its chambering mechanism is not as fast as some of these other rigs are set up. I mean, these guys, I see them shooting and they're literally finger on the trigger, and they literally take their finger off and they do this, and it chambers another pellet. Well, with the Factor BP, I gotta pull that thing. It's a strong lever, to say the least. So while I'm not really set up to do exceptionally well in the speed challenge, I still had fun with it, and I actually walked away with a couple of victories. And one of the victories was against a notable competitor, specifically in the speed challenge. So I was really kind of happy about that. A win is a win. All right, guys, just for the record, my squad is probably the death squad this year at RMAC for the speed challenge, because I have several winners in my squad. Like this, I think literally out of 8 people in my squad, there's probably only myself and maybe 1 or 2 other gentlemen that weren't previous winners of something, or at least placing in the speed challenge. So yeah, it's tough crowd. I'm in a tough crowd right now, but you know, it is what it is. It's the last person I needed to see right now. Damn, really? Really? God. Cleanest run. And I had to draw Billy. I got a clean run in, guys. Guess what? Didn't need to do the mag change. Let's go. Hold on. Billy, tell him who you are. Just so we know, because I made a big deal out of it. Tell him who you are, Billy.
Bill Armstrong. Been running RMAC for 3 years. Last year took second place in the sportsman class in the speed challenge.
There you go. So listen, man, that's an honorable loss on that stage. That was my cleanest stage of the day, but I couldn't do anything less if I was trying to beat him. Good job, Billy.
That's all right. I told you where you was missing last time.
You did. And
if I'm gonna win, I'm gonna earn it.
There you go. That's how much of a sportsman he was. He saw me on the last stage. He saw I was shooting low, told me, and that's why I ran a clean one this time. So, you know what? That speaks to the community here. You know, they're really helpful. They don't want to, you know, win dishonorably, so to speak. Come on, man. Yeah. So I finally found my 60-yard hold. It is 1.5 MOA up. And watch, there will be no more 60-yard targets. I do have hope for the plate rack back. I really do. I think that might be my life. Because that's about 35 yards. I haven't missed a 35-yard target yet. So yeah, plate rack is gonna be my saving grace. So I actually stand a chance on this one, just like the Prairie Dogs. And I draw Billy again. So there goes my chance. I mean, it's just a physics thing, you know? It's like his cocking lever is far more agile than mine. And that's all there is to it.
Hit. All right, shoot on the left. Yours hit. Fire. Hit. Hit. Finish. All right.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Left shooter, are you ready?
Oh, man. I felt like Billy threw that one. I feel like he threw it. Did it look like he threw it?
This was yours. 50 yards, all the same
Right,
size,
yeah.
left to right. Let's bring it in.
So
51
again,
yards. Screw it.
yeah.
Anything
After 51,
50 yards.
We're rolling the dice. We're rolling the dice. That was fun. This whole thing is fun. Like, I can't lie. It's fun. It's no pressure. No, I was having fun back there. Not as much fun as that one was. But yeah, no, that was good. That was a clean run. I enjoyed that. Yes, sir.
Ready on the right. The line is ready. Shooter, stand by.
Oh, shit.
Okay, when you go to the right side.
God damn it.
Yeah, go ahead and shoot it.
Oh, my God. Well, I made it easy for you, guy.
Glad I didn't arm wrestle.
I know, right? That would have been more interesting than the round.
Okay, Billy.
Damn it.
Our last two shooters.
Gotta have one AD. Gotta have one. All right, so this whole time, I've always had to prep my trip. I don't know what happened. I might have been a little too excited.
Right? It's my new best friend.
Oh, whatever. All right.
Shooters, are you ready?
We are ready.
Shooter ready. Stand by. Engage.
Just wanted that extra point. Thank you. Thanks, Alex.
I wasn't recording.
Come on, Daniel. I was waiting for the plate rack all day. I don't want to hear that. That was fun. That was fun. And it wasn't fun because I beat the guy so bad. It was just fun because it's fun shooting plate racks. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Just finished the speed challenge for the day. I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad it's kind of over with because my gun is not built for speed. It's built for the Benchrest, which I'm doing later on today. But right now I'm standing here with Justin Jacobson, owner of Utah Airguns and host of this amazing event. Justin, this is awesome. Like, you really have put on a first-class event here. I mean, I don't really see too many people not enjoying themselves, even the ones that aren't doing well, kind of like myself, but still having a great time, man.
Hey, that's the important part.
Oh, absolutely.
Everybody has fun.
100%. Yeah, the community here is strong, but listen, right now, we're here because of this thing. What is this?
So that is the Sherp vehicle. And it is a amphibious, what do you call it?
All-terrain?
All-terrain vehicle.
Yeah. Impregnable. It looks impregnable. Is it bulletproof?
I'm sure it could be. I'm sure you can get a model that's bulletproof.
I know this
one is.
This is probably pellet proof.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah! And that's all right, so speed challenge is one and done. Literally almost one and done. And now it's the second half of the Benchrest. I'm looking forward to it because I got a favorable score the first day. I was in the 200 range, so I'm still in the running for a really good placement.
100-yard Benchrest match, 25 scored shots fired in the time limit of 30 minutes. There are unlimited siders in this match. Shooters, go ahead and press your benches if you haven't already. Ready on the right. And we are ready on the left. All right, the line is ready. Shooters, your 30 minutes of time fire begins now.
Okay. I'm done shooting the day 2 of the Benchrest, and you know, the last portion of the 25 target paper, I shot the last row. It was on the very end, and it was interesting because, so for example, the wind was so powerful at that particular bench. If I was shooting at a target in the second row, I had to aim at a target in the third row because that's how far I was pushing my pellet. So in order for me to hit a bullseye in row 2, I had to aim at the bullseye or the outer edge of a target in row 3. So when I get to the far right row, guess what? There's nothing for me to zero in on to make certain that I'm gonna probably hit a bullseye in the row to the left. I literally had to just kind of count mil dots, try to line up the outer edge of the scope with the outer edge of the target frame, not even the paper target itself. I'm talking about the outer edge of the frame in order to line up for the bullseyes in that far right row. Funny thing was, it was literally the best row that I shot on the whole thing. I mean, again, fun, exhilarating, nail biting, all of those crazy things. All right, so after a mind-bending day in the speed challenge and hair-raising 100-yard Benchrest, tomorrow we're getting into big bore. Now the big bore, I'm looking forward to that because, Daniel, I don't know if you can catch any of these targets, like if you can see any. There's targets all up this mountain here that we're gonna be shooting for the big bore tomorrow, and I'm gonna shoot the pile driver, the Hatsan pile driver, an extremely fun and accurate big bore air gun. So I'm looking forward to that. But tomorrow should be fun. Obviously, I'll find out if I made the final or not for the Benchrest, and we'll see what happens. So let's go. Precision Marksmanship Challenge, or Precision Marksman Challenge. Most of the competitors there lived for that. People had to be dialed in for it. It was so nuanced. It was so many different variables, elevations, wind, obstacles, target sizes, distance. It was a lot. It's very involved. So I'm glad I was a spectator for that one because I wasn't built for all of that nuance, not yet. Not that familiar with air guns to do that yet. Guys, so we're getting ready to go shoot the big bore challenge, the big bore slug challenge. We're shooting the Hot Sign Power Driver. Super fun gun to shoot. Got the SIG optic on there, so we should be pretty successful. Cece's going before me. I'm spotting for him. So worst case scenario, we're gonna just get the gun dialed in, so whenever I get on the bench, we'll be spot on. So let's go. Shooting at steel targets on a mountainside is definitely different than anything I've ever done before. For one of the targets, it was so high up on the mountain, I had to get off of the bench, keep the gun on the bench, but I'm off the bench, kneeling down in one of the weirdest positions, aiming up at a mountainside to shoot a target that's probably about this big. For the most part, I think I did very respectable in the big bore challenge. By far, I want to say it was the most fun because, I mean, it's just shooting steel. Shooting steel makes everything more fun. Oh well, that was fun. Oh, that was loud too. That was loud. Took my ears out too quick. Well, guys, what a way to end my RMAC 2023 experience. I wouldn't have ended it with any other competition, and I'm glad I don't have to compete in anything else after this because I wouldn't want it to be more nerve-wracking or mind-bending than it already has been. But it's been fun nonetheless. So this is it, man. Air guns. You can compete because science and because air. So I don't know. I think I'll be back. All right, guys, so that concludes my experience at the Rocky Mountain Airgunner Challenge. And I think it was pretty cool. You know, I had a really great time. Thank you, Hot Sign, for bringing me out and showing me all this hospitality, giving me guns to practice with and giving me guns to shoot at the competition. Shout out to Utah Air Guns and the Airgunner Challenge for also being hospitable and just, you know, supportive of my entire experience on the show and at the Rocky Mountain Airgunner Challenge. And shout out to all the competitors. These guys are serious. Guys and gals are very serious. I mean, there were kids out there. So, without further ado, that concludes this episode. I hope you guys really enjoyed my recap of this experience. And if you get a chance to shoot air guns, I definitely think you should take the opportunity because you might be surprised. You might find yourself with a new hobby, which includes a giant air tank. Let's go.
Welcome to the Airgunner Challenge.
Hit red, gonna hit green.
The ultimate airgun showdown.
Hit it, let's go!
8 skilled shooters will face off in a series of thrilling challenges that will test their accuracy, speed, and endurance using a wide range of air guns.
This thing is crazy to watch, is all I'm gonna say.
They will have to demonstrate their versatility and adaptability with every shot.
Every second counts, every hit counts, every challenge counts.
And this year, we got a whole new cast of outdoor and firearm enthusiasts competing for over $30,000 in cash and prizes. Welcome to the Airgunner Challenge!
We've assembled a team of 8 competitors from all over the country, each with their own specific shooting backgrounds and life experiences. But only one will emerge victorious as the next Airgunner Challenge champion.